Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. Imagine waking up 1 year from today, looking back at the past 365 days, and realizing you've transformed your life in ways you once thought impossible. What if every sunrise brought you closer to your dreams, every challenge became a stepping stone, and every small step you took added up to a giant leap toward the life you've always wanted? Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year isn't just a book. It's your daily compass, your personal cheerleader, and the roadmap to unlocking the extraordinary potential within you. The journey starts now. Are you ready to take the first step? Book review and summary of Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year by Jason Harvey. Part 1. Introduction. A bold promise. In Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year, Jason Harvey doesn't just promise success, he promises dramatic transformation over the course of a year. But here's the catch. This isn't the typical work hard and you'll be rewarded approach. Harvey flips the script, urging readers to engage in daily, intentional actions that align with their dreams, all while emphasizing that success comes not from large, grand gestures but from small, consistent steps. Harvey's voice is one of encouragement and practicality, which makes this book unique. It doesn't just ask you to dream big, it teaches you how to take specific, measurable actions each day to turn those dreams into achievable goals. So, if you're ready to embark on a year-long journey to transform your life, this review will walk you through the first part of Harvey's roadmap. Chapter 1. The Power of 1 Year. This opening chapter sets the tone for the entire book. Harvey begins by unpacking a compelling psychological trigger, the human tendency to underestimate what we can achieve in a year. He compares this short span to a lifetime, making the point that a year is just the right amount of time to experience significant change. He draws parallels to everyday life, likening a year to a series of small decisions that build upon each other to create something transformative. The idea of a year-long commitment isn't presented as a daunting task, but as an opportunity for growth, a personal challenge that's both attainable and empowering. Harvey uses an anecdote from his own life to illustrate how he used a 1-year plan to turn around a situation he was dissatisfied with. This story serves as a psychological anchor for the reader. This is not theory. This is proven success. Key takeaway. We often overestimate what can be achieved in a short amount of time, but drastically underestimate what's possible in a year. The year ahead holds the potential for radical change, and it begins with the decision to act today. Chapter 2. Your Dream is Achievable. The second chapter dives deep into the power of dreams and the importance of aligning your goals with your true desires. Here, Harvey taps into the motivational psychology that people are more likely to pursue goals when they feel deeply connected to them. He stresses that your goals must be meaningful, and he pushes readers to define their dreams with absolute clarity. If you've ever felt lost or unsure about what you want, Harvey's approach is a clarifying breath of fresh air. He shares a powerful, relatable story of a woman named Sarah, who had spent years working in a job that left her feeling unfulfilled. Harvey walks us through her internal struggle of questioning whether her dream career was even possible. Through Sarah's journey, Harvey skillfully shows how breaking down large, seemingly insurmountable goals into smaller, actionable tasks made her dreams seem not only attainable but inevitable. Harvey's ability to craft a relatable narrative around goal setting is a hallmark of his style. Through the inclusion of Sarah's story, the book illustrates a universal struggle, the tension between where we are and where we want to be. He emphasizes that while dreams may seem large, the way forward is through consistent, daily actions. The psychological strategy here is the power of incremental progress, the idea that if you keep taking steps, no matter how small, you will eventually reach your destination. Key takeaway. To achieve anything, it's crucial to connect with your deepest desires. When you align your goals with your passions, the road to success becomes not just a path, but a journey full of motivation. Chapter 3. Daily Success Habits. This chapter is where Harvey shifts gears, moving from dream building to the actionable steps that drive success. He introduces the concept of daily success habits and why they are so essential. The key rhetorical strategy here is habit formation, which Harvey frames as a powerful psychological tool for achieving long-term success. The beauty of a habit, Harvey explains, is that it removes the friction of decision-making. Once a habit is formed, the action becomes automatic, freeing your mental energy for other important tasks. He guides readers through creating one new habit each month, ensuring it builds upon the foundation laid in the previous month. This gradual habit stacking allows for sustained growth without overwhelming yourself. The pacing of habit formation becomes part of the book's larger narrative arc, giving readers a sense of accomplishment and progression as they work through the chapters. Harvey also includes a powerful psychological exercise that asks readers to write down their current habits and determine which ones are hindering their progress. He uses a storytelling technique here, asking readers to become the hero of their own story by identifying and eliminating habits that don't align with their dreams. By framing habits as either allies or adversaries in the quest for success, Harvey creates a compelling narrative that invites readers to take action. Key takeaway: daily habits are the foundation of success. They shape the person you are becoming and propel you toward your larger goal. Small habits, when compounded, lead to massive change. Chapter 4: The Art of Resilience. In this pivotal chapter, Harvey introduces one of the most powerful psychological tools in the goal achievement arsenal: resilience. He describes resilience not as an inherent trait, but as a skill that can be cultivated through deliberate practice. Harvey taps into the emotional and psychological aspects of goal setting by acknowledging the inevitable setbacks and failures we face when working toward our dreams. Drawing on the psychological concept of grit, Harvey paints resilience as a muscle that strengthens over time. He narrates the story of a young entrepreneur who faced repeated failures before finally breaking through. The entrepreneur's journey is filled with setbacks, self-doubt, and challenges that would make anyone quit. But instead of focusing on the hardships, Harvey skillfully frames each obstacle as a learning experience, helping the reader see that the path to success is never a straight line. The storytelling strategy here is emotional engagement. Harvey evokes a deep sense of empathy by recounting real-life struggles and showing that resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about persisting through it. He reinforces the idea that every setback is a lesson and each failure is an opportunity for growth. Key takeaway: resilience is the key to overcoming obstacles. Failure is not something to fear, but something to learn from. The more resilient you are, the more likely you are to achieve your dreams. Conclusion of Part 1: Laying the Foundation for Success. In the first part of Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year, Jason Harvey lays the groundwork for a transformative journey. By focusing on the power of a year, the clarity of your dreams, daily success habits, and the cultivation of resilience, Harvey provides a compelling framework that's not just theoretical, but deeply actionable. Through the use of engaging storytelling, psychological insights, and practical exercises, Harvey keeps the reader not only entertained but fully immersed in the journey toward achieving their goals. He shows that success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making the decision to act, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. In Part 2, we'll dive deeper into specific strategies for staying on track, overcoming mental barriers, and ensuring your goals are aligned with your life's purpose. Stay tuned. This journey is just getting started. Book review and summary of Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year by Jason Harvey. Part 2. Introduction. Deepening the commitment. In the first part of Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year, Jason Harvey laid the foundation for long-term success by emphasizing the importance of small, daily actions, aligning your dreams with purpose, and building resilience. As we move into Part 2, the narrative deepens, offering readers more concrete tools for staying on track, overcoming mental barriers, and maximizing their potential. Harvey moves from abstract concepts to actionable strategies, motivating readers not just to dream, but to actively shape their destiny. In this part, Harvey addresses one of the most common pitfalls of goal setting, the loss of momentum. But rather than viewing setbacks as failures, he repositions them as opportunities for growth. Through vivid storytelling, psychological insights, and practical exercises, Harvey guides readers to push through self-doubt, distractions, and the inevitable roadblocks they'll encounter on their year-long journey. Chapter 5: The Power of Consistency. The fifth chapter is all about one of the most understated ingredients to success: consistency. Harvey highlights how small, consistent actions compound over time to yield incredible results. He takes the reader back to the early stages of a goal, when motivation is high, but the real challenge lies in maintaining that drive. This is where the psychological concept of habit stacking comes into play. Harvey introduces a technique called the consistency calendar, which involves tracking your daily actions toward your goal. He uses a storytelling technique here, presenting a case study of a person named Mark, who, at first, struggled to stay committed to his health goals. Mark was easily distracted, often giving in to temptations and skipping workouts. However, by applying the consistency calendar and committing to small daily actions, Mark eventually saw gradual but transformative progress. Over time, these small efforts began to compound, creating a sense of momentum that kept him going even when things got tough. Harvey's approach to consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. He emphasizes the importance of not judging yourself for missing a day, but instead, refocusing and starting again. By integrating this psychological shift, where one missed day doesn't derail your entire goal, Harvey gives readers the freedom to fail forward. Key takeaway: consistency is the bridge between dreams and reality. When daily actions are tracked and committed to, they create momentum that propels you toward your goals. Chapter 6: Overcoming Mental Roadblocks. In this chapter, Harvey addresses the mental hurdles that often prevent us from making progress. Whether it's fear of failure, imposter syndrome, or negative self-talk, we all face inner barriers that can derail our dreams. Harvey taps into cognitive behavioral psychology, providing readers with actionable tools to reframe their mindset and shift from a fixed to a growth-oriented perspective. Through storytelling, Harvey introduces Sarah once again, this time showcasing how she encountered a mental roadblock. She faced a major presentation at work and, despite her hard work, was paralyzed by self-doubt. Harvey outlines how Sarah utilized techniques like visualization and positive self-talk to overcome her mental barriers. Instead of focusing on the potential for failure, Sarah imagined herself succeeding and took concrete steps to prepare. He incorporates a crucial psychological principle here: self-compassion. By showing readers how to embrace setbacks without judgment, Harvey helps them shift their focus from perfectionism to progress. This, he explains, is the key to overcoming mental roadblocks. Key takeaway: mental barriers are often the greatest obstacles to achieving your goals. By practicing self-compassion and reframing negative thoughts, you can push through fear and doubt, turning them into stepping stones for success. Chapter 7: Breaking Down Big Goals. Harvey moves on to one of the most critical aspects of goal setting: breaking down large, overwhelming goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This chapter is rooted in the principle of chunking, a psychological technique that makes big projects feel less intimidating and more achievable. Using the example of a writer named Tom, who wanted to complete a book in 1 year, Harvey illustrates how large goals can feel daunting. Tom was paralyzed by the idea of writing a full manuscript, but by applying the big goal breakdown strategy, he learned to break down his goal into manageable weekly and daily writing tasks. Tom's transformation from feeling stuck to making tangible progress is both inspiring and relatable. Harvey teaches readers to approach goals with a structured mindset. Start with the big picture, but then zoom in on the small tasks that can be done each day. Each small win fuels confidence, creating a positive feedback loop that keeps the momentum going. Harvey provides an exercise where readers are asked to write down their biggest goal and then break it down into actionable steps that can be done in a day, a week, and a month. Key takeaway: large goals are easier to achieve when broken down into bite-sized tasks. By focusing on small, daily actions, big goals become not only achievable but inevitable. Chapter 8: Mastering Time Management. In Chapter 8, Harvey shifts the focus to one of the most common struggles people face: time management. This is where readers are given practical strategies to eliminate distractions and prioritize what truly matters. Harvey introduces the concept of time blocking, a method where you set aside specific blocks of time for specific tasks, ensuring that your day is dedicated to moving you closer to your goals. He offers a case study of a woman named Rachel, who was constantly overwhelmed by her schedule. She struggled to find time for her personal goals amidst the chaos of work and family obligations. By implementing time blocking and learning to say no to distractions, Rachel began to take control of her day. Harvey emphasizes that time is our most valuable resource, and how we choose to spend it determines whether we'll succeed or remain stagnant. The chapter includes practical tools like the weekly goal planner and daily focus checklist, which help readers align their daily schedule with their long-term goals. Through these exercises, readers learn to become more intentional with their time, making every hour count toward progress. Key takeaway: time management is not just about filling your schedule with tasks, but about intentionally designing your day to prioritize your most important goals. Time blocking and eliminating distractions help you work smarter, not harder. Chapter 9: Staying Motivated When It Gets Hard. In the final chapter of Part 2, Harvey addresses the inevitable dip in motivation that occurs as we near the middle of our year-long journey. By this point, the initial excitement may fade and distractions may increase. Harvey dives into the psychology of motivation, explaining how it's normal to feel less motivated as the novelty of a new goal wears off. However, rather than letting the loss of motivation derail progress, Harvey introduces the concept of intrinsic motivation. He explains how connecting with the deeper why behind your goal can reignite your passion, even when external motivation wanes. Harvey uses the story of a runner named Jake, who found himself losing steam halfway through a marathon training program. By reconnecting with the emotional reasons why he wanted to run, the sense of accomplishment and health benefits, Jake pushed through the low points and successfully completed the race. Key takeaway: motivation fluctuates, but when you connect with the deeper why behind your goals, you tap into an internal drive that can keep you moving forward, even on tough days. Conclusion of Part 2: Empowering Yourself to Keep Going. Part 2 of Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year takes a deeper dive into the tools, strategies, and mindset shifts needed to maintain progress toward your goals. By focusing on consistency, overcoming mental barriers, breaking down big goals, mastering time management, and staying motivated, Harvey gives readers the practical framework to stay on track, no matter what challenges arise. As we move into Part 3, we'll explore the final steps to achieving your goals and the lasting habits that will ensure your success. Stay tuned. This is where the magic truly happens. Book review and summary of Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year by Jason Harvey. Part 3. Introduction: Reaching the Finish Line and Sustaining Success. In the final part of Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year, Jason Harvey takes the reader from the foundational concepts of goal setting to the exhilarating yet challenging phase of completion and long-term success. Part 3 isn't just about getting across the finish line. It's about maintaining momentum, reflecting on the journey, and setting yourself up for continuous growth. Harvey offers deep insights into personal transformation, focusing on how to celebrate success, refine your approach, and set new goals that continue to propel you forward. This section of the book provides an essential shift in mindset: the idea that success is a journey, not a destination. Harvey emphasizes how achieving something great doesn't mark the end of your growth. It's merely the beginning of a new chapter. As we walk through these chapters, we'll see how Harvey's principles are applied in real life, making his guidance feel both practical and deeply motivating. Chapter 10: Celebrating Milestones and Reflecting on Progress. As we near the final stretch of our year-long journey, one of the most important things Harvey addresses is the celebration of milestones. So often, when we reach a goal, we either rush to the next one or feel a sense of emptiness, failing to take the time to appreciate how far we've come. Harvey argues that celebration is not just about basking in accomplishment. It's a critical psychological tool for reinforcing success. He introduces the concept of a success journal, where readers are encouraged to track every victory, no matter how small. These little celebrations serve as reminders of progress and fuel future success. Harvey shares a story about a woman named Natalie, who was training for a marathon. Each time she hit a milestone in her training, whether it was a personal best time or simply finishing a long run, she took the time to acknowledge her progress. This simple act of acknowledgement, Harvey explains, significantly increased her motivation and confidence as the race day drew closer. Harvey integrates the idea of small wins to keep momentum going. By celebrating and reflecting on progress, you build psychological resilience and a positive feedback loop that propels you to continue pushing forward. Key takeaway: celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, and use these celebrations as stepping stones to build continued motivation and strength. Chapter 11: Adjusting Your Strategy for Greater Impact. One of the most powerful principles in Part 3 is the idea of refining your approach as you go. Harvey emphasizes that even when we're on the right path, there are often opportunities to tweak our strategies to make them more effective. It's not enough to simply hit your goals. You need to learn from your experiences and refine your process for even greater results. Harvey presents the story of Greg, an entrepreneur who set out to launch a business. While he made great strides, he quickly realized his original plan wasn't as effective as he'd hoped. Instead of quitting or getting discouraged, Greg embraced the concept of strategic adjustment. He looked at what was working, what wasn't, and made informed decisions to refine his approach. By breaking down his challenges into learning opportunities, he adjusted his business model and ultimately succeeded. Harvey stresses that flexibility is an essential component of success. Being able to recognize when something isn't working and being willing to pivot is often the difference between achieving a goal and falling short. His approach is rooted in the belief that failure is merely feedback, an opportunity to improve. Key takeaway: never be afraid to adjust your strategy if something isn't working. Use setbacks as an opportunity for growth and fine-tune your approach for better results. Chapter 12: Building Systems for Long-Term Success. In this chapter, Harvey focuses on the systems that sustain long-term achievement. He emphasizes that the goal is not just to achieve something significant in one year, but to establish habits and systems that will continue to serve you throughout your life. This is about creating a sustainable rhythm of success, rather than burning out after a burst of effort. Harvey introduces the idea of a success system, a combination of daily habits, routines, and frameworks that you design to continually work toward your evolving goals. He uses the example of a man named James, who had spent years achieving success in his career, only to find that he lacked a personal system for maintaining balance and growth. By implementing small daily habits, such as setting aside time for personal reflection, exercise, and learning, James was able to not only sustain his success, but also elevate it over time. In this chapter, Harvey walks the reader through creating their own success system. This includes setting up habits that align with your goals, building routines that keep you accountable, and ensuring that you continue learning and growing. Harvey integrates psychological insights into habit formation, making it clear that long-term success is all about consistency and small, manageable improvements over time. Key takeaway: the key to long-term success is building systems that support your growth. Success isn't a one-time event. It's a series of small, consistent actions that build over time. Chapter 13: Setting New Goals, Keeping the Momentum Alive. As the year comes to a close, Harvey introduces the final, yet most exciting phase: setting new goals. One of the biggest traps people fall into after achieving a major goal is resting on their laurels or, worse, feeling lost without a clear next step. Harvey argues that the most successful people are those who continually set new goals, evolving and growing beyond their past accomplishments. He presents the concept of goal evolution, a process where your goals shift in response to your personal growth. As you achieve one goal, it often opens up opportunities to pursue something bigger or more complex. Harvey draws on the example of Emily, a woman who completed her goal of writing a book in 1 year. Once she finished, she found herself energized by the experience and excited to tackle a new challenge: a public speaking tour to promote her book. The chapter also delves into the importance of setting smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals and how to avoid common pitfalls like goal fatigue. Harvey encourages readers to think of their goals not as rigid endpoints, but as evolving landmarks in an ongoing journey. He also introduces the concept of micro-goals, which are small, daily objectives that help maintain focus and clarity. Key takeaway: achieving one goal is only the beginning. Continuously setting new goals and allowing them to evolve based on your progress keeps the momentum alive and ensures ongoing growth. Chapter 14: Mastering Self-Discipline and Willpower. The final chapter of the book focuses on the often overlooked cornerstone of all success: self-discipline. Harvey explains that while motivation can be fleeting, self-discipline is what truly enables long-term success. By cultivating willpower and maintaining focus, you can push through even the most challenging times. Harvey breaks down self-discipline into manageable strategies, such as minimizing distractions, practicing delayed gratification, and focusing on the why behind your actions. He uses the example of Alex, a young man who wanted to launch a fitness business. Alex struggled with staying disciplined, often tempted by short-term pleasures like junk food or procrastination. However, by focusing on the bigger vision and gradually developing habits that supported his goals, Alex learned how to stay committed and build lasting success. The chapter culminates in a powerful exercise where Harvey encourages readers to identify their biggest distractions and devise a plan to minimize or eliminate them. By mastering self-discipline, readers can ensure they stay on course, even when motivation falters. Key takeaway: self-discipline is the bedrock of long-term success. It's about cultivating the willpower to stay committed, even when obstacles arise. Conclusion of Part 3: A Life Transformed. As Achieve Anything in Just 1 Year reaches its conclusion, Jason Harvey leaves the reader with a powerful message: success is a journey of continuous improvement, resilience, and learning. By the time you finish this book, you will not only have the tools to achieve your goals in a year, you'll also have the mindset and systems that will support your growth for the rest of your life. Harvey's guidance empowers readers to not only set and achieve their dreams, but to become lifelong goal setters, constantly evolving and refining their path. Whether you're seeking personal growth, professional success, or a deeper sense of fulfillment, this book provides the roadmap to achieve anything you set your mind to. In the end, the 1-year timeline serves as a powerful catalyst for transformation. But the real gift of this book is the understanding that life is a series of opportunities to achieve, evolve, and thrive. As the final page turns, readers are left with a sense of hope and possibility, ready to tackle whatever comes next. Read the book to learn more. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates.